Hi there, my name is Laura Kay. If you are just now finding me, welcome, and I hope you feel very invited in this space. I'm an artist and a creative and a psychic medium, and so sometimes I do oracle readings, whatever. I've been kind of enjoying, like, at the end of the day, decompressing with my camera, and so this is kind of just helping me put these words in front of me to be able to see things straight and allow that to help other people. Sometimes I ask spirit for information through the cards and things like that. If you've been here, hello and welcome back. I'm so happy that you chose to stay and that you like and subscribe on these videos. Amazing. Thank you so much. I think it really helps. I was speaking with one of my girlfriends today, is like us women especially, but everybody, of course, like masculine and feminine energy is found in everyone, and ideally we want to learn how to balance all of that in healthy ways. We've all seen them both in a lot of distorted ways growing up and societally, and like on the healing journey which I'm on. And so if you resonate with me, you're likely on a healing journey as well, or very creative kind of individual, or interested in all of that, or maybe you're opening into spirituality on an awakening journey. All that kind of stuff really resonates with me. But we were talking about how women really benefit from speaking aloud their thoughts, and I think that's why women talk so much. Is like, I sometimes we are using our voice to create as we speak, and so sometimes talking things out, it really helps you to understand your emotions and like conceptualize actually what you're feeling. And that's why it's kind of hard for some of us who choose like not to speak about things as much. You can like find yourself holding in a lot of things, and then eventually when you do start speaking, you're gonna spew, and that's okay, as long as we have like safe spaces to be in for that, and like safe people around us who can like handle that. But something that I was talking about recently with a friend is like inner child healing work. And we were talking about this a lot today because this friend is finding themselves in repetitive situations, which like I've also experienced as well, but like repetitive situations where they're finding themselves feeling drained and things like that. And I was saying, well, hey, like you are you're seeking love in other places, and you're continuing to find every revenue to like, or every avenue to walk down where you end up like depleting and depleting and depleting, and it's like a negative cycle that just continues to happen. And like really truly us, we energetically should be able to learn how to replenish ourselves, and there's a lot of different ways we can do that. A lot of us are so disconnected from our inner child, which is our, basically, a lot of people say that the inner child is the higher self, because when you think about it, when you first come into this world and you're a new baby, you are the most connected to that divine energy. You're so in joy and very connected with your actual wants and needs. But as we've grown up in this world, and we all come from a pretty abusive culture, we've all seen a lot of the distortions of the masculine and feminine growing up, which has caused a lot of us to have confusion with our genders and things like that. Really energetically, we're supposed to be able to learn to come to a balance within ourselves where we can balance this masculine and this feminine. But deeper connection with the inner child connects you deeper to spirit, to your highest self, and to being able to hear that noise over the noise of everything else going on around you. And it's really important that we listen to that, because it's our best guide system that we do have. And so many of us get caught up, and we're all victims to this at some point in our life, but we all get caught up sometimes in other things. And us humans, we are just sponges. We're like little parakeets in a box, chirping these things over and back into each other, back. And when you start to stand back and you become aware of your unhealthy patterns and why they are the way that they are, you can really do a lot of deep healing work and deeper connection with your inner child. You also come to realize through this connection with yourself and through that observance is that I can chirp my own song and I can come out and I can deliver that, and other people are going to be chirping it back too. And so it's like doing the inner work is going to affect the collective at large. I feel as though right now at this time in my life, I'm 25 and I left college about a year ago, and I'm kind of in a life space of like trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing with my creative endeavors, and like I have so many goals, like how do I achieve all these things? And it really is every day making little steps towards that, right? Like we should be giving our inner child that didn't get the love that it deserved, that didn't get listened to or heard, we should give that to ourselves now. And I really see myself at this time in between like full-on adulthood and starting to see my inner child and the wounds that it has and the ways that it needs to be healed. I'm starting to realize that it feels in the present moment that I am, of course, I'm the medium of it, but I feel like my body is becoming my adult self, but I feel like I'm spiritually holding the hand of my inner child with me everywhere that I go. And I listen to the things that they say, and if I'm able to make anything that they ask for happen, I will do that. Of course, you also sometimes have to be the inner parent and the disciplinary and the one who puts structure in front of that little one. Or sometimes the one who has to say no when things that they want are unsafe or unreasonable. But at this point in time, you know what that is, and you can allow them space to play and say yes to their silly things that they want to do. That little one doesn't need such rigid expectations and should be allowed to play and discover things for themselves. And maybe they need slight structure to get themselves that kickstart, but that nurturing. And then this comes to like the nurturing of the feminine and the safety and protection of the divine masculine. The most healed version would be that like divine feminine and that divine masculine. And I'm just coming to such a place of like balancing it all. It's like really exciting how I'm seeing it in front of me more clear than I've ever seen it. And you become your own mother, father in your parent version self. And that's why that balance is supposed to be happening between your feminine and masculine. And this looks in so many different ways for different people. However it resonates on your journey is how it resonates for you. But that connection to your inner child, because you can look at yourself and say, right now I'm in this transition phase and I want to be that perfect parent that really has that wisdom and knows, you know, what is best for baby child me. It needs to listen to child me to know. It needs to work in collaboration with, to understand, because the teacher learns from the student, right? And yeah, the student and the teacher interchangeable, really. You look at yourself right now and you're like, I want to get to whatever my ideal, my dream version of myself is. And that looks like a lot right now and it's a little bit daunting. But in this phase of like balancing your inner masculine and feminine, looking for the positive aspects of the masculine, of the feminine, like the most healed version, right? Like the masculine would be being stable, stability, protection, grounding. And then the feminine is intuition and like very creative creation energy. And as you balance that and you focus on these more aspects in yourself and within the people around you, and you start to listen to your inner child more, well, when you're trying to like pick yourself up and get yourself from A to Z, Of course, it's going to take small little things every day. It's choosing the healthier food option, choosing to take the stairs instead of the elevator. It's little things that are going to add up to your goals, and celebrating yourself for every time you choose to do that little thing, because it is hard to break habits, and it takes a lot for you to show up. And so get excited about this and like do things for yourself, reward yourself when you do show up, and really like give yourself that love that you didn't get, that didn't get you going, that encouragement that you need. And maybe you need to listen to things on social media that hype you up a little bit more tarot readings and things like that, where people are giving you encouragement, you know, with your discernment. Listen to your gut on what you feel is right to listen to, but things that make your perspective a little bit better. And you start to realize that, the body kept the score the whole time. And the reason why you aren't to Z already is because you've been sitting there. But instead of getting mad at yourself and annoyed that I haven't gotten to, there's that need for control. You have to let go. You have to be with yourself in this present moment. And in this present moment, you are still stuck in old trauma loops, old things that inner you is still upset about, things that they heard that made them stick to certain systems that didn't actually fulfill them and didn't leave them feeling abundant and feeling replenished. You have to sit down with inner child, and you have to talk to them about why things are going the way that they are. Because like I told you, that I'm in this moment of holding hands with my inner child, and I feel like I'm becoming inner parent. But you realize that the only reason I am where I am right now, I'm in this middle phase, is because I haven't been listening to inner child, and I haven't been incorporating their things. And it makes you realize that really time is this Ouroboros kind of thing, and that from where I'm at right now, I can go back and I can talk to my inner child and I can heal things. I can talk to them. I can tell their heart everything that it needed to hear in those moments, but I also tell it as the inner parent, here's what we need to do to get you out of this and to put more structure in your life or something else to get you where you want to go. But you also need to talk to the heart of that baby in there that's been hurt. There were a lot of times in your life growing up where you were hurt. There's a lot of talking to yourself that needs to happen, because what we do is we get up and we rub some dirt on it. We go on to the next thing and we act like it didn't happen. But that heart in there still needs talking to. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is your first time like kind of realizing this kind of stuff, if you have been feeling disconnected for some time or something. Somebody in here I feel like some of you are either very disconnected or have been doing some of this child work. Just remember that like we need to talk to ourselves, because the reasons why we're moving the way that we are is because there's subconscious programs that haven't been worked through, and there's things that need to be worked through. And so it's about holding hands with your inner child and allowing them to talk with you. It's Leo season right now, and so inner child work is deeply important. And you may have also started noticing things in your life that are actually allowing your inner child space to speak with you. Listen to them. And I really think that that's one of our biggest goals, is to reconnect deeply and embody that inner child, that most authentic expression version of ourselves. And it's hard and it takes a lot. And so that's why every little bit that you can do to start incorporating that in your daily life, you reward yourself for that. Give yourself hugs and love. Give yourself the hugs and the love that you didn't get when you wanted it, and when there were bad things that happened to you, give yourself that, because you are your own parent. And how do you wish that you were treated by your parent growing up? So that's just something that I want to leave you with. It's been on my mind a lot today. Yeah, somebody else needed to hear that, so thank you so much for listening if you got all the way through this video. You guys have really been surprising me with just how positive y'all's comments have been and sharing your stories with me, and it just makes me so happy that others are also experiencing this journey. And like, of course we all are, we're a human collective, and it's just beautiful to get to also be a part of you guys' journey. Yeah, so thank you so much. And yeah, please like and comment, share with me how your inner child has been speaking with you lately. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, much love and many blessings. I will talk with you again very soon. Bye for now.